In an earlier video, I documented my process of building this and doing some initial upgrades. And that's been pretty popular. I've gotten a lot of really positive comments. I've spent a lot of time at this unit, like hours, and I decided to make some additional upgrades as I've been working with it. It's generally good, but I wanted to see if I could make it truly great. And amazingly, I succeeded beyond my wildest expectations. This thing rocks now. Okay, so the upgrades I'll talk to you, and I kind of did them incrementally because I wanted to see what made the biggest difference. Initially, I was concerned that my pickup tube wasn't great, so I installed this. And then my next step is I was really concerned that maybe airflow was constricting the unit. And so I installed that and 1/2-inch hose all the way to my gun.
Current 1/4-inch airflow fittings and pickup tube. Not bad, but it takes a while to do a whole panel. So I'm hoping to do just a little bit better.
Cabinet comes with these air fittings. I don't know what you can see, but that fitting right there is very small, like on the order of 3/16. It's a little over an 1/8 inch in diameter. It's really small, and that's your air fitting. That's a big deal. So on my cabinet, just for curiosity's sake, I decided to install that fitting. That is also a 1/4-inch fitting, but that's the Milton High Flow Pro fitting. And just for comparison's sake, that fitting is a 3/8 fitting. And there's literally no difference between the airflow size of the 3/8 fitting and the Milton High Flow Pro fitting. So I decided to get more airflow to my gun.
So here's a test with the new Milton 3/8. Well, they're not 3/8, but they're high flow fittings. They're basically the same as 3/8 fittings if you look at the size. The difference, I've already done this just a little bit. I would say it is marginally better, but not fantastic. You know, I can sandblast like this. I've done it quite a few hours already, and I'm basically happy with it. But this is some pretty hard lacquer paint, so it comes off with some effort. But anyway, this gives you a feel for sort of what to expect. I have been super impressed with the high flow fittings in other respects. In this one, I'm not sure that it makes that much difference. The reason, I think, is that my gun came with this, it comes with this 1/4-inch, basically PEX hose. So I think even though I've got 3/8-inch fittings all the way along, all of a sudden I'm restricting it down to this fitting. And I frankly don't know the size of the orifices in this gun either. It may not be really equipped to handle anything more than that. I'm not quite sure. So this final test is using this pickup unit in the bottom. It's actually really easy to install. I used a stepped drill bit from Harbor Freight, just a cheapie. And I drilled a hole through this bottom plate, the largest size that would fit. And I had to enlarge it slightly with the grinder, but that was really easy. I used 1-inch conduit adapters and attached it. I used a slightly clear hose because I wanted to see flow. That was probably a little more expensive than I needed to, but I wanted to just have some guidance there. I drilled a hole through the bottom of my cabinet, and I put a grommet in there. Remember, I can put it through right here because I lowered my grill inside to this level. So this is just slightly above the grill, and I'll show you how it works. So let's do that. I've already played with it some, and it's definitely an upgrade. I don't know, you know, I'll let you be the judge of whether it's worth it or not. But so it's blasting through stuff pretty quickly now. I feel like it's definitely been turbocharged, and that's really what I was hoping for. I've been doing an awful lot of blasting. And so this is the result I get. And this paint is really hard. I have blasted other stuff that comes off far, far easier than this. So this was the toughest test I could give it. And you can just sort of see the progress. and the paint just flies off now. So I definitely think that I was a little leery at first. It took some adjusting of that airflow. I had to adjust it down to where almost no outside air was coming through the attachment.
So just for curiosity, I decided to see if gun volume was a restriction. And I was, to be honest with you, I was done with the project. I was happy with how it was working. So I decided to go straight from my 3/8" hose into the gun. I had a couple of fittings that I could make work. And the difference is dramatic. Wow, air volume makes a ginormous difference. So I'll show you on little bracket, if I can get it situated. I don't have a situation where I can close the door of the cabinet, so it just makes a huge mess. So I'm not going to do a lot. Okay, so lightning fast, just amazingly fast. So let's just do a section of this very nasty, well, we'll do this one because it's got less stuff on it, this bracket.